right. Hey, why don't we kick this thing off?
Yeah, but before we do that,
I don't know. You know what?
No, you know what?
I don't think we should do a podcast.
Your Honor,
today.
I reject.
I've been thinking about it.
sustained.
I've been thinking about it. Okay, well, first of all, if we're going to do it, we should say this.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the We Cool podcast.
It's 2021.
Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the first episode they're going to hear?
Yes, this is the first episode of 2021. Big, huge news.
And we're not doing British accents or French accents.
Mm-hmm.
We might do a British accent this episode.
Not me. No, that's New Year's resolution for this podcast.
I'm not going to do a British accent. I'm going to pivot to a different.
Well, the problem is we've been looking at our analytics, which to me it's just a bunch of numbers on a computer, but Grant understands it. It speaks to him.
I run them through the old Scantron
in your
head.
in your head. And
That's what I call my eyes.
you might have heard about the horse whisperer. Grant is like a numbers whisperer. He can whisper to the numbers, and he says, "What do you mean by that?" And the number will say,
Yeah.
the listeners don't like it anymore. So we need to change things, and it's things are changing so much in the world right now. And I think the last thing anybody needs is just another podcast with three straight white guys. You know, so something that we all discussed, and I think would be good for moving forward for the podcast is from now on, 2021, our podcast is coming out as gay.
And I want to clarify on what you mean by that, Ryan.
Yeah.
Is that we are all three straight guys.
We're still three
with
straight white men.
We're three straight guys. We love women. You know,
Love women.
Love the
love women. We love women.
Love the attitude. Love their hair.
We're a couple of
Fingernails.
guys who
Fingernails.
we're a few guys who love women, but with our minds combined together is a gay guy.
Well, the podcast is gay.
Yeah.
The podcast is gay.
So if you've got a problem with that, tell
Yeah.
us why.
Yeah.
Tell us what we
Tell
did.
us why. And if our podcast doesn't get a Conan O'Brien set, I just don't get it.
We don't know
man.
what to do at this point.
If they
anymore.
don't air our podcast on Conan
Yeah.
O'Brien,
Which is
for a late night set.
That's what we set
Then
out
I
to
don't
do.
5 minute
that-
set, play
we-
the whole podcast.
That was the whole purpose of doing the podcast, was that eventually Conan
The
O'Brien would
podcast
invite
would get
us
a bit,
to do
yeah.
5 minutes of the podcast on his show.
yeah, Conan would be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, the We Cool podcast," and then we go up there.
Yeah.
Open it up on our phones.
Yep.
Yeah, we have our microphones, and and then I'm on Zoom. I'm still in New York.
Yeah, you can't
guys-
afford to go there.
No. He can't fly me out. He
No.
flies
We wheel
two
you out like an AV
Yeah.
club thing in high
Oh,
school.
then-
yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Old
and
TV
we have to
and-
find a plug-in for the TV
Yeah.
too, and it takes a
And
long
they
time.
don't set it up beforehand.
It takes more than 5 minutes to even plug it up.
takes
Here's
about
the thing.
3 minutes to plug in my screen.
But we
Yeah.
kind of
And
make a
then
bit
the-
out of that. You know,
Yeah,
it's not funny,
bit.
but
getting
we're doing a
tangled in
bit.
the cord.
Yeah.
Me and you are
Yeah.
getting mad at each other.
Like, as a
Tommy's yelling
listener-
at us. He's like, he's talking to the audience. He's like,
Yeah.
are they? Tell me what they're doing.
He's
Are they going
glitching
to
out,
fines?
but on
Yeah.
purpose. And
Yeah,
here's the
yeah,
thing: as a
yeah.
viewer at home, you understand that it's supposed to be funny, but it just isn't.
It doesn't translate,
And so,
and the crowd doesn't like it either
Yeah.
because they're basically just watching two janitors do bad
two
work,
literal janitors.
and then one other literal janitor,
Who's not even there to help.
No, he's
the one who has the most experience in
Being a
this.
janitor.
I got 1 month's worth of experience of janitorial work. Okay.
But
Well, regardless, Happy New Year's, guys! Congratulations to the pod.
Absolutely.
Living
and we
6
mean that
months in the
we mean
closet.
that in a catty way. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that in the most bitchy way you can
Yeah,
imagine.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I've been walking
You
up. I've been
slut.
going up to people going like Happy New Year.
Yeah.
You know, and
And then like wiggle your ass at him.
and I wiggle my ass. I stick my tongue out. I tap my heels 3 times, and then I run away.
The classic gay guy move of sticking your tongue out at somebody. Where you snap your fingers in front of their face, then
Yeah.
you stick your tongue out, and
Yeah.
you march on because you know what?
and I go Happy New Year, and then I walk away, and people get really confused.
Yeah.
The character who thinks just like toddler behavior is gay behavior.
Yeah. I'm a gay icon.
Bro, you're a baby. Well, yeah, I'm Grantwinkles, one of your hosts. To the left of me in sunny Minneapolis, Minnesota, is Ryan UPS call. What's up, Ryan?
What's up? Big breaking news for the UPS heads out there. I'm no longer working there, baby. Found a new job, and this is not a bit like my dog food tester.
No, you didn't quit that job.
Well, I'm still working there as a bit. But now my new job, I am a DNA taster for Ancestry.com.
Cool.
It's not a great job, I'll be honest with you. It's hard. It's hard work. Yeah. But again, like with the dog food tester job, it's honest work. And do I like drinking other people's spit and sometimes semen? Yes, I do. I love it. That's the best part of the job. But there are also drawbacks, Healthcare. I have healthcare now. I didn't want healthcare. I never asked for this. I wanted to not have healthcare. I wanted to go to a doctor that doesn't understand me because I am pretending that I don't speak English.
I guess I just kind of like to pay, $10,000 on medical bills. I guess I'm just built different.
I'm a
a lot
capitalist.
of people want to have affordable health insurance, but I'm just kind of built different. I like to pay a lot of money.
My favorite
you're
thing
the rich guy of the podcast.
Yeah, Tommy's
Speaking
the rich
of,
guy.
That's that silky smooth human noise voice coming in from New York City is Tommy the vaccine bayer. Tommy, what's up?
What's up, man? I've been dishing out the vaccines. I've been taking the vaccines.
How many doses are you at now?
I'm all fucked up on all sorts of vaccines, man.
Last we heard, you were on like dose number 12 of the vaccine, right?
Yeah, dose number 12. I just upped it to 13 right before we started the pod. Right, a lot of people were taking shots on New Year's. I was down in vaccines.
Damn.
Okay, it's making me really lightheaded. Okay, but that's just
Yeah, I was gonna
stay
say
safe.
you look terrible. I don't mean that as an insult. It's probably all.
Well, yeah, you're only supposed to get one vaccine. I've been getting a lot more. I got my hands on a bunch of them.
That's
this guy
good.
I found a guy in the alley, near my apartment, and he sold me a bunch of liquids, and
just
and all
liquids,
these,
just loose liquids.
yeah, loose liquids, and I was like,
He had him in his palm, and it was dripping out of his palm.
It's dripping, yeah.
And he goes,
And I was
slurp
like-
it. Slurp it out of my hand. That's the vaccine.
Yeah, and then I saw he'd been slurping that up, and that guy shortly died, like a week ago.
Oh, man.
So yeah, he's gone, but so I don't know what that means for me. But
I think that means you fill his place now. It's like the
Yeah,
Santa
it's-
Claus.
You were the slurper. Now you're the Slurpee, baby. Welcome to 7-Eleven, Tommy. You're the big Slurpee.
it's good to be
Okay,
here, brother.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the big leagues.
The Big Slurpee's a good nickname. That feels
Slurpee?
like a major league name.
Yeah. What
The
about-
Big Slurpee.
Yeah.
Hey, he's hitting a ball. The Big Slurpee.
Well, you're Ryan UPS call.
Yeah.
We got Tommy the vaccine bayer.
And I will say
Grant
this-
Big Slurpee Winkles.
There we go.
Ooh, that Grant's more big Slurpee.
I got big Slurpee energy.
You do.
For sure.
I will say this though. So Tommy, you've been drinking too much vaccine. I've been going to the hospital, getting all sorts of things figured out. Then at the end, they go, "Here's your bill." I go, "What do you mean? I got a bill? I have to pay for this?" And then I throw I'm like the bagel guy at a hospital,
Love it.
which is where they want that.
Yeah.
That's why it's so expensive.
Hey, that's 2021 vibes right there.
you
We're going Bagel Boss in the ER.
I don't want health insurance, and I want to pay as much as I can for medical bills, and I'm tipping on top of those medical
I
bills.
do tip the doctor.
Medical billing.
Yo, what are you supposed to tip the doctor, bro?
Yo, I'm tipping 20% the doctor. You gotta, okay? These are
Well,
these
I
are
usually
essential
do.
workers.
I'll usually do 5, 10 if they do a really good job. $5, 10 if they do like a great surgery.
that's
Then I go, here's an extra 10, and they go,
Yeah.
we don't. What?
I think medical billing should be like a prison yard where you get the bill, you go to the ER, and you fight the biggest doctor that you can see. And if you beat them, you don't have to pay the bill. If they beat you, you got to pay the bill and the bill from them.
But it is
Beat it. From-
complicated because sometimes the biggest doctor in the ER is an Indian guy, and then you're doing a hate crime because
Well, no, not anymore because the podcast is gay. So that actually gets us out of all hate.
So we
crimes
get
as well.
canceled out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
That's how it
yeah.
works, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think so.
I mean, that's
gotta
what
be
the
honest,
lawyer
man.
said.
I like being
And
a
I am
gay
the lawyer.
podcast.
And now I'm going back on it.
I gotta be honest. I really like being a gay podcast.
Yeah.
It is fun, and we're finding a new identity in 2021. And that I'll say this: that's what 2021's about. Opening yourself up to new experiences, never wearing a mask, drinking vaccine. What people tell you is a vaccine out of the palm of their hands.
Drinking
New
loose
year,
liquids.
new pod.
Yeah.
Wow.
New year, new pod. That's all I'll say.
And if you don't
Say
like
that.
it,
Then you're part of the problem.
tell us because we'll change. We'll
We
do
will.
anything.
Yeah.
We'll do anything you want us to.
Yes.
And
We'll
I mean,
also apologize too. Which, speaking of, this is the podcast where we mainly apologize for things. So
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry
you know,
sorry if that first segment offended anybody.
I'll literally I'll walk back on anything.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
we'll
not gonna stand
be
by
the straightest
anything I say.
podcast you've ever seen.
Which we are.
If you
but
don't
we're
want
not.
us to be gay, we'll be so straight. You
You
we'll
just
be the
tell it.
straightest podcast.
What do you want from us? Tell us.
Just tell
us.
us.
Because the numbers, Gray has been telling me, he's looking at the numbers and they're telling him it's not good,
Yeah.
folks. So I don't know what we got to do. I'll get a gun. I will buy, if that will get more
if you
listeners,
want us to
I'll
be
buy a gun.
podcast, we will get guns.
We could
Hell
become a
yeah.
gun podcast. What do you want
Absolutely.
from us? We will.
What couldn't we do as a podcast? It's like we should actually make a negative inventory because the number
Yeah.
is so low. It would be quicker to
Tell us, write in what you would like us to do, but also what you definitely wouldn't want us to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like do like a list of your top 5 things you'd want to see and then your top 5 things that you absolutely never want us to see.
all original ideas, please, because we don't want
Yeah.
to fuck with something that's like. Because I pitched that there's another show on this network called Black Republican, Black Democrat. I pitched that we take the show in that direction, and they were like, "That's already a show. It's already a name of a show." And you know, it's more difficult for 3 white men to come out as black than a gay podcast. I would contend.
It is a hard thing for a white man
That is
to
a
do.
tough thing. That's a 2022 move.
Give
That's
it a
not
year.
2020.
Give it
Give
a
us
year.
We'll start a Patreon. Boom. After that, we're coming out as a black
Which,
podcast.
speaking of though, you guys, you know,
Speaking of, yeah, go ahead.
speaking
Go
of
off.
exactly that. But no, just the year in general. Okay.
Yeah. What about it? The year in general.
Yeah, give us your year in review, Tommy. What were your top 5 moments of the year?
My top 5 moments in 2021.
Or 2020. Well, or I guess now.
My top 5 moments
Of
in 2020.
it's January
easily-
3rd. What are your top 5 moments of this year so far? Because
All right,
there's still a lot to go.
Yeah, well, I wanted to check in with you guys
Yeah.
first off, and because I haven't spoken with you guys,
Since last
and-
year.
in 3 weeks
Nice.
in person. I haven't seen you
Hilarious.
You
guys.
hear that?
What was that?
He said he hasn't spoken. You haven't spoken to us since last year, which,
I haven't.
I just thought of that.
yeah,
I just thought of saying that, and then I did.
Dude, that's so true though because it was last year.
that's like something fucking Garfield would say.
Yeah, dude, I'm like the Garfield of this podcast.
Hell yes.
I hate Mondays, but I love lasagna.
That makes sense because I would be the Jim for sure.
Yeah.
because I'm like
And Tommy's the dog.
Odie. Yeah,
Odie.
Yeah, I
Odie.
got O-
you look like
I
an
got
You
Odie.
do
Odie
got an
vibes.
Odie ass face, Tommy.
I got Odie vibes. There's no doubt about that,
Tommy got Odie face and Odie body.
bro. I cannot believe
I got
just
Jim
found out I
vibes,
got
Garfield
Odie
body, dude.
Yeah, you do kind of have his body.
Yeah.
Think about the word Odie is it sounds like Grody, so that's why.
I got like
That's
buff.
why it's not great.
I got Garfield if he kind of got his stuff together vibes.
Did I ever show you that
What?
picture of Buff Garfield?
No.
Oh man,
You got to show me that.
I'll drop it in. I'll drop it in. We'll pull this.
I'm
clip.
Buff Garfield. I hate lasagna now, almost as much as I hate Mondays.
Lasagna ain't keto.
I'm doing a starvation diet.
Yo, is that lasagna keto?
I don't eat until Sunday, and then I eat a whole lasagna,
Yeah.
even though I don't like it.
Cauliflower noodles.
What is keto? What is that diet? Also, I got to think about the vaccine that I don't want to forget.
It's all
No carbs. It's just
Yeah.
meat. It's just meat,
and veg.
Seems
meat,
bad,
veggies,
right?
protein. Well, it is bad if you do eat any carbs because then it.
I don't think
like,
any
re-
diet's really good. I'm going to be honest. I don't know anything about diets, but I think you have to have like a personal trainer, and it has to be like tailored to your body. Otherwise, it's probably not going to work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
mean-
understand how you're just like ripped all the time because
It's my
because
body.
of what you just said.
It's my
Like, you
body
don't-
type.
Yeah.
And I don't eat for a week, and then I eat a whole
Okay.
thing of lasagna.
Dude,
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy, dude, Grant.
Still in
like,
character.
Grant, like a year ago, this guy, I'd meet up with Ryan at like fucking CCU, you know? And I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, oh, nothing, man. He'd be like, no, I've only had angry Whoppers.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was the.
I only had angry Whoppers the past 5 days, and I was like,
Remember, Tommy?
This is when he was smoking like 2 packs a day.
Dude, me, Tommy, and Zach.
Ryan used to be
dude,
just a human garbage truck.
Pounding a fucking heater after an angry Whopper. I used to do that too.
And it's ironic because I've never been happier. But
Dude, Ryan used to be Ryan the dump truck call is what.
Dude,
is
we
what he used to be.
Yeah.
That was when me, and Zach Kagan took mushrooms, and then we were like in the woods. The sun was beating down on me. I'd only eaten angry Whoppers for a week. Oh. I had all this gas in my stomach, and I thought I was like, it hurt. Like I was getting cramps, and then I farted.
We were doing
and
shrooms, and me and Zach are like giggling. We're walking around Eau Claire, and Ryan's like
just got cramps.
I was in pain. Also,
and
so
he's
then
I was like, you good, man? Like we're like, I was having a pretty good time, and I'm like, you good, Ryan? And he's like he was just kind of like said under his breath. He's like, just keeping the bad thoughts out.
I think that was the time we took mushrooms, and I farted, and then I wasn't tripping on mushrooms anymore after I farted. I was just done.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We were looking at the river, and you're like, dude, I'm super high. And then you you ripped out this huge fart. And then you're like, bro, I am not high anymore.
Doing bodily functions like that when you're tripping really does. It's never like a good sensation to me. Like eating, when you have to eat a meal when you're tripping, it really fucks with me because I can feel the food going down my esophagus.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's good when you're tripping is staring at anything. Pounding cigs and getting drunk,
playing with magnets,
or listening to Zach Kagan say literally anything.
Dude, I think we talked about
that. Would send me into a bad spiral.
No, it was really funny because it was just
Zach is so pure and so funny that he'll say anything when you're on shrooms and you're like, this dude's a comedy genius right now. He'll just be like, you know, one time my father told me when I was a little boy that I should stay away from, I don't know, whatever, like fable or whatever he was talking about.
Stay away from pine cones, Zach.
He's like,
you might stub your toe.
I stepped on a pine cone when I was 6 years old. Let me tell you about it. And I'm like, how are you turning into a rabbi right now, right before my eyes? This is insane.
You just like tripping with Zach because he's Jewish.
Yeah, dude, I'm a just big fan of tripping with the Jews. That's all it is.
That is true. They are kind of mystical
shout
people.
Shout out to Zach Kagan.
You know what my favorite? You know what my favorite bit when I'm on mushrooms is? If you're with someone else, you're out in the woods or you're out in nature, you gesture to the beauty of nature, and then you just go, "Pretty tough to believe I own all this. Huh? This is all mine." Yeah, I didn't tell you about this.
I'm gonna go out and say that's a good bit, 100% of the time.
It's pretty
Ryan's
funny.
Some good bits like that. He did this one bit, like one of my favorite bits he did on stage. This was like one of me and Colin's favorites, but it would like I seen it like bomb before, but like
that's like most of my bits. They either do really well,
it's
or people
like,
absolutely don't like
this?
them.
Yeah, all of Ryan's bits that I like are my favorite. He's like, "What do you think about this?" And I'm like, "That's the best joke I've ever heard in my life." And then I just see it eat shit for like 5 weeks straight.
And you're like, you have to convince him to keep going.
And I'm just like,
it.
dude, I don't know what these people are talking about. But Ryan had this bit where he'd go, you guys ever look up at the moon at night and think, I can't believe they faked the moon landing all the way up there on the moon.
Pretty crazy to think that's where they faked the moon landing, huh? All the way up there.
All the way up there.
That is a solid bit.
It's a solid bit.
It would work like half the time. Young people liked it. Old people were like, would just get angry.
I think
they're like they didn't fake it.
Since we're all very much out of practice stand-up comedians.
No, I've been practicing every day.
yeah, dude. I live
Speak
in
for
Austin,
yourself.
Actually.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw you on Rogan the other day.
Yeah,
dude. That's fucking
dude.
sick. What do you like? How do you handle a bit like that where you know it's good? Other comics are telling you it's good, but it bombs 50% of the time. Do you keep it in? You get rid of it.
You do it for cool rooms, and then you don't do it when you're on the road, unless they really like you, and then it doesn't work, and then you go, what are you gonna do?
You kind of always keep that bit, right?
Yeah, you keep it in your back pocket. Yeah,
it just sucks having a bit that you know is good that for some reason people just don't bite on for like half the time. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I'm just complaining.
No. I think that's a perfect answer. You do it in a cool room. you know,
It's
they get it.
It's interesting. Like people don't.
It does feel bad when they don't get it in the cool room, though.
Yeah.
It makes you feel fucking just stupid and crazy.
And then if you're stretching at like a road gig and you drop it and then it kills, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, I'm never going to do stand-up again.
I definitely am.
Unless-
I want to get back to it
I'm
so
taking
bad.
comedy off all of my fucking bios online because
Yeah.
I'm just embarrassed that
Here's the thing.
people still have it up there. I don't know.
Listeners, you have the power to force us to do stand-up again. The only way I'm ever going to do stand-up again is if we gain a big enough following that we can just do shows for you guys. That's it. Otherwise, I'm going to be a fucking electrician.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm predicting that you'll be back doing stand-up dates in May.
Maybe, actually, because now I have the weekends off. So maybe.
Oh yeah, I just made you go back on that instantly.
Yeah.
dude.
I didn't realize that because now I'm not working nights anymore.
Well, I will say this to our listeners: thank you very much for a fantastic first year of the podcast.
Yeah.
2020 was really terrible, but also like cool in weird, unexpected ways. This podcast wouldn't have happened probably.
I mean, it might have without the deaths of,
Mm-hmm.
It would've.
millions.
Hundreds of thousands. Yeah,
It would have. It
Millions.
definitely helps, though.
Yeah, all
It
those
definitely
people
helps that people died
that-
so that I can do
for
my
Do you
podcast.
guys
the
think-
pod.
do you guys
they laid
think-
down their life for the pod, which honestly,
Yeah,
salute.
people talk about like 300,000 deaths, and I'm like,
One new podcast.
sacrifices, more like sacrifices for the podcast. Okay,
You
That's
guys think in like Germany after the Holocaust there was ever like a radio show that had 40 listeners that was just like, without
worth
this
it.
happening, we
Silver
wouldn't be
lining.
here. So
Silver lining.
yeah,
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I don't think so
that.
either.
I know I'm supposed to say yes.
Yeah.
but I don't think that.
I don't know why I
think
even
all
said
those.
it.
I think all those radio shows got eradicated at the Nuremberg trials.
Oh, yeah.
which we will be standing trial for war crimes soon. This Tommy mentioned that this is the podcast where we apologize and we demand apologies. Any I don't know, any things you're looking forward to apologizing for this year? A New Year's resolution type thing.
Ooh, that's a good question. Can I side cut that real quick and just before I forget this?
You had a vaccine bit? Is that what?
Well, I forgot. I was at Target like a week ago, and I was going through like the pharmacy aisle, and I just overheard like an old person that thought they could get the vaccine at Target's pharmacy, and listening to like the pharmacist explain to them like, no, it's like a government thing. We don't actually have the vaccine. Was the funniest thing I've seen.
yeah.
in a
What
while.
aisle?
Yeah.
What aisle's the vaccine?
No, that was literally what they like. Where
What aisle? Was it aisle 13? I don't know.
Where's the vaccine? And I need to hurry up so that I can get my $600 from the bank today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fucking old people.
So I don't know if that was worth sidestepping, but
That was worth sidestepping.
I did it. So and we can't go back. We can't edit this.
You gotta just send him right down the alley to old Tingus over there. He's got the vaccine. He's
Well, you know what
holding
I
it in his
said?
hands.
I pulled the guy around. I put my hand on his shoulder and I said, "Yeah, I got the vaccine right here,
40
buddy."
bucks.
And I punched him in the head.
$40 cash. I'll get you the vaccine right
Punched
now.
this old man
Yeah.
Yeah.
as hard as I could.
Yeah.
I killed him.
That's what you get for fighting in Korea. You stupid bitch.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
I gotta be honest. I don't have anything that I'd like to apologize for.
In advance.
Huh?
In advance. I'm saying what are you looking forward to apologizing for in 2021?
I don't know. Probably just everything I say.
Yeah.
You know, just everything I say. I'll be like, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't.
The pod.
Saying that the podcast was gay.
Yeah, I'm sorry that all three of our brains came together, morphed in one gay brain. I take that back.
I guess,
Sue
if
me.
you want to make a gay entity apologize for being gay,
Yeah,
I guess
I'll be
you
like, sorry,
can,
I thought
listener.
being gay was cool in 2021. Okay?
So,
I thought,
not when straight white men do it. I guess.
I thought, yeah. Jesus, you know.
You can't do anything as a straight white guy anymore. You
especially
just come
be
in
gay.
Yeah.
Oh, and especially come together with your two other straight friends and say we're all gay to when as
Well,
one.
we're not gay.
Because then
but the
what,
pod
no.
is.
What
Yeah.
does
The
equality
podcast.
mean?
Huh?
What does equality mean?
I don't know.
It's
I haven't
just for
looked it
gay
up.
people now.
I
That
don't know.
That doesn't sound like equality.
We don't know what that definition is.
Yeah, I don't know what the word it means.
Yeah.
All right, here's we got a nice organic apology that we just kind of stumbled upon in Twitter.
This one just grew out of the ground.
Yep. Well, yeah.
That's what organic means, typically.
Pesticide free. This is on Entertainment Weekly. Jeopardy star Ken Jennings apologizes for past insensitive tweets and jokes. I screwed up, is his quote. Unartful and insensitive tweets is what he's apologizing for. Ken Jennings, if you don't know, is the guy who won Jeopardy for like an entire year in a row. And he's hosting upcoming episodes of the game show.
He's married to Jen Jennings.
Yes. Yep. Jen Jennings and Ken Jennings. That's match made in heaven. Also, I believe, which I don't know why I'm bringing this up, he has a podcast with Bean Dad, which Bean Dad is happening on the day that we record this.
Wait, Bean Dad is the guy who told his son like to open a can of beans or
Yeah.
I don't know. I like opened up Twitter after my shift and everyone's just like, yo, Bean Can Dad needs to die, and you can't just be having your kid open up cans of beans. He's 9. Let the kid have the beans. And I was like, I don't know what's a meme, what is serious.
Yeah.
And
There's
also, apparently he's racist and was like threatening to rape people. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. You got to change his name now because Bean Dad sounds fun.
Bean
It
Dad
sounds
sounds
like,
cool.
oh, Bean Dad at it again. Bean
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
I'm Bean Dad. I got beans on my...
If someone was like,
my
hey,
dad.
come on down to Beantown. If
Yeah.
someone told me to come on down to Beantown, I want to be there.
Yeah, Bean,
That's Boston.
Bean Dad.
Oh, is that awesome? That is Boston, actually.
Hey, it's me, Bean Dad. And guess what? I'm going to beat you.
Would you knock one over the Green Giant?
Guess
Bean
what?
Dad.
Yeah, it's me, Bean Dad. And guess what? I'm a racist.
Come on down
and
to
also,
Fenway Park.
I
Okay.
threatened to Okay.
This is all the amount of time we can spend on Bean Dad because that's all it deserves. Okay,
it didn't
so
even deserve what I did.
Ken Jennings is apologizing for these tweets. People are culling Ken Jennings tweets now because if you get any modicum of success, people have to dive into your tweets and fuck you up with the tweets you tweeted from like
You gotta have like
2013.
Clorox tweeting at you like, no, Ken
Okay,
Jennings.
but-
We don't support that.
Here's one that considered and has since been
U.S. Bank does not support Ken Jennings.
This one
Yeah.
has since been deleted and has received considerable backlash. Quote, nothing sadder than a hot person in a wheelchair, which I think we all kind of agreed is objectively a good tweet.
Dude,
in
this dude-
2014.
It was 2014. He was trying to be like
Obama
drill.
was in the office. Yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm gonna be an irony account. I'm gonna be drill. You know,
It is crazy too how like so much of this like literally just like 2014 but like in 2014 you would have had to
seems
like
so quaint.
the equivalency would have been like it was the 1970s they did this and now it's just like it was 5 years ago, you know, I guess 7
But
years ago.
still, it does feel like longer than that ago. It does feel like a decade
Yeah, it does.
ago.
The world's a different place,
But
you know.
what I find funny is that, I mean, Ken Jennings,
3 straight guys doing a podcast being gay on the podcast, that wouldn't happen in
called-
2014.
No, that wouldn't have never
progress.
happened. And
If we all came out with all our minds together as gay, that they would have not let that
is
slide
what
in 2014.
do you guys think what we're doing is brave?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I agree.
I think it's funny that people are it's so disingenuous that people are taking this tweet and being like, I mean, it's a poor taste joke, but if they're reading it literally, because that's how you have to read this to be like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be like, this guy actually thinks that nothing sadder than a hot person.
Well,
in a
it's also
wheelchair
weird,
is
too,
the truth.
like-
it's
Yeah.
clearly a joke.
These people that can just like turn off their humor, you know, where like they'll laugh their ass off at like a oh, it's that boy meme or whatever.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
obviously a dated reference, but like laugh your ass off at like a goofy meme and then see something like this and just be like, this, I don't understand jokes now. You know what I mean? Like it's like, well, clearly this person was just trying to be funny. And regardless of whether or not if it hit, I don't know. You don't need to.
But I don't really understand this guy because I figured he was just like a total square. I don't know anything about Ken Jennings. But he's saying here, he said, I've definitely tweeted some unartful and insensitive things. Sometimes they worked as jokes in my head, and I was dismayed to see how they read on screen, which we can all relate to that, I'm sure.
I can't.
I don't know. Don't know what
Okay,
that's
all
like.
right. Just me. In the past,
But it is fascinating.
Here,
sorry,
let me
sorry
just
to cut you
finish
off,
this
Grant.
quote. Let me finish this quote. In the past, I'd usually leave bad tweets up just so they could be dunked on. At least that way they could lead to smart replies and even advocacy. Deleting them felt like whitewashing a mistake, which is like...
That's
Hey,
also
man,
so
He
big
just
of,
won Jeopardy again.
so
He's
big
just
of him to just like leave a tweet up that isn't doing well, you know, or like is getting any negative. Dude, anytime anyone,
But his logic is like, bro, I'm trying to assist you to dunk on me. Come
Yeah.
on, dunk on me, man. I'm
Yeah.
leaving this up so you can dunk on my stupid ass.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is weird.
Well,
yeah,
Here, let's just we'll wrap this apology up and then we can But I think that practice may have given the impression I stand by every failed joke I've ever posted here. Not at all. Sometimes I said dumb things in a dumb way, and I want to apologize to people who were rightfully offended. It wasn't my intention to hurt anyone, but that doesn't matter. I screwed up. I'm truly sorry. If
I'm
2020
imagining
has offered us anything, it's that we should be kinder to one another. Looking forward to 2021. Fucking Ken Jennings.
I'm imagining like the person on their computer like sighing with relief when they're like, honey, it's okay. He apologized.
He's very sorry. He just wanted us to dunk on him.
22-time Jeopardy winner
Babe,
Ken Jennings
babe,
apologized.
After emailing and tweeting a lot, we can finally rest because Ken, he apologized.
we can put his framed picture
His
back up on the
hateful
wall.
rhetoric.
Honey,
But-
turn Jeopardy on. I'm so
We can stop
Turn it back
boycotting.
on.
Yeah.
Gorbachev, tear down my ass. I know that's not related, but I just wanted to say it.
It is weird that the bean can dad, this guy,
please, can we
bean
not
can dad,
spend?
and this guy, they're in the news.
They're
and they have
linked
a
up.
podcast together. I don't know who
Okay.
any of these people are.
I do have to say, Bean Dad, it's one of those things that he went viral clearly on accident. This dude was not trying to go viral.
No.
He go viral. And,
Go viral.
and apparently he's deleted his account now.
So what's the story?
He
I'm
was
sorry, what's-
verified and shit. Dude,
Grant,
can we please? It's so dumb. This is what happened. His daughter came up to him. This is probably one of those fake fucking kid tweets.
He thinks he's
anyways.
living in The Road, basically, is all
Yeah.
like in that movie The Road.
His daughter came up to him and asked him if she could have beans and if he would open them for her. And he decided to make it a teaching moment and said she needed to learn how to use a can opener before she could have her beans because she's 9. And it took her 6 hours to figure out how to work a can opener, which, let's be honest, dumb fucking
That's
kid.
what I was just gonna
And
say.
then
If you're gonna cancel anybody, cancel the fucking kid.
cancel that kid, man.
Figure it out.
And here's the thing. He
The
posted
kid
this,
leaked the story.
Dude, he posted a long thread about
TMZ.
it, and people are just parenting. Parenting Twitter is like lighting him up for starving his child. Basically,
Yeah.
it's like this.
Hey TMZ, it's me, Bean Can daughter. So my Bean Can dad he's making me open up the can of beans.
All right, folks, this is not a drill. We got a bean can dance story.
Thank you. Bye bye. Love you.
Get
TMZ.
the paparazzi. Get him off Ben Affleck. He's got enough with the Dunkin' Donuts. Let's go, 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 go.
Everybody on Twitter is like, as a good liberal, I think this is inhumane behavior. He should not starve a child. Therefore, I believe he should be executed.
Meanwhile, every single one of those people circumcise their kids. Think about that.
Hi, 9-year-old here, and we all know how to open up beans. So why don't before you speak up for the 9-year-old community,
Well, I just love.
as a member of the 9-year-old community,
I just love just picturing it's gonna be tomorrow. This dude is gonna start a new podcast, get $100 million on Patreon because the alt-right is behind him, and him and Kyle
Yeah.
Rittenhouse are gonna
He's
go
gonna
on a
have a
fucking
Netflix-
sold-out speaking tour.
he's
this
gonna have a
summer.
Netflix special next year called "Open Up a Can of Bean Whooping on your 9-year-old dumbass."
It's him, Ellen, and Kyle Rittenhouse
It's
just
him,
selling
and
out
he's got- and
stadiums across the country.
Yeah, the picture's him with, instead of a can opener on a beans, it's a microphone. And he's popping open the beans, and inside the beans are like, it's like a bunch of like liberal, like
Yeah.
rainbow flags.
No,
and
the
he's like-
can says liberal tears.
Yeah, liberal teas. Open
Hell
up a
yeah.
can of beans on your 9-year-old ass. I'm the bean can dad guy. How's everybody doing tonight?
Kid seats just $5.
Yeah.
Fucking
man.
bean can dad. And apparently he's got the pod with Ken Jennings, which is just odd.
Dude, let's get them on the pod, man.
Dude,
That'd be
hell.
awesome.
Let's get them on to promote their podcast.
Yeah.
To apologize for bean dadding his kid. Let's.
It's also just like something like, like an old like Russian grandma would be like, when I was a little girl, my father would make me open up my own can of beans with my own teeth. You have it lucky, little girl.
When I was kid, my dad he make me open up a can of whoop ass on myself. He said, "You want me to whoop your ass? You have to take can opener and figure out how to open can and then whoop your own ass."
Come here, you in Russia, in Soviet Russia, bean can open you.
Look,
can
little
open
girl.
you.
Little girl, you're 9 years old. You can open up.
Here.
You can open up your own can of bean whoop ass.
Doing Bernie Sanders office.
Come here.
The top 40-year-olds all know how to use can openers.
The top 1% of the can of beans is all just bean juice. We all know this. We all love it.
Man, I couldn't not believe how many can be. That's the weird thing about Twitter now. Like one thing happens, and then there's just like a bunch, like just a million jokes and then memes and takes, and you don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, you can't even find the original thing. It took me like
I searched
5
it and I
minutes of
couldn't
digging.
find it.
But the thing that
it's like Twitter is just like if you take I go on it. I'm online, but like I work a lot too, and I'm reading the book in our book club, which maybe we should also talk about that we started a book club. But
yeah,
I'm,
if anybody
reading,
hold on, if anybody wants to read Blood Meridian with us, maybe we could record some of our things and drop
Sure,
it.
I
If
mean-
anybody's interested in it.
yeah, we're reading Blood Meridian as a podcast and as a friend group, and I'm really enjoying it too. It's been improving my mental health, I'll say, not being online and reading a book about a 14-year-old killing people in 1840.
Many people.
Great book.
Okay, but the thing is, like, I want to get back to in-person comedy so that I can go back to being annoyed by these people for what they say on stage rather than for what they're posting online.
Dude.
Because just watching people post is making me go more insane. Because
Dude, can I talk shit a little bit? Can I talk some shit
Go
on
off,
the pod?
King. But
Dude,
you know what I'm saying, right?
I know what you're saying, but I even get more pissed at fucking like comics, Like I get mad at like Twitter comedians are like bad and their own, and I'm one of them. I probably do stupid shit all the time online.
And you're bad.
I'm not saying I'm absolved from any of like dumb fucking shit, but like comics, like Minneapolis local comics, their online presence during like COVID and quarantine has just been like so bad, like so like cringy. You know what I mean? Like there's this one comic in particular that like blew my mind one morning. I'm not gonna say not even I'll just say they reposted a TikTok.
It's a trans person he's talking about, Grant.
It's not.
Go off.
This comic, I just don't want to. This comic,
We can
whatever
cut
she
that.
did, I'll just fucking say it. This comic, she posts a TikTok of like a grown man, like who is in his like he's like 35 or 38, and it's like this weird fucking white guy, and he's like laughing at other people's tweets, not his, like accounts that I know, and he's just like reading the tweets out loud on TikTok, laughing at them, and then this comic repost his TikTok, and I'm like, how far removed from doing comedy can you be? Like you're reposting someone stealing jokes of another. This is like the inception of stealing jokes. I was like, I maybe have a little aneurysm. I don't know.
Yeah, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like,
Sorry.
no, that shit is like more infuriating than watching
I was
somebody
like,
bomb.
what are you
for sure.
doing?
I know.
What
yeah.
about
Just because, and it's not even infuriating because of what it is. We're at the point where we're hitting like the boiling point because it's been so long since we could like go to mics and just like be out doing comedy that everybody is just.
What
like,
about here's the thing. Comedy I think it's maybe good that it's taken a little break, maybe gone forever. All I've been doing is just watching cooking shows, and that makes me happy. I play my little games and I watch my cooking shows. And what about like Gordon Ramsay? But like he's like bad at insulting people. You know, like he's like, oh, are you some kind of stupid guy? Are you some kind of?
Lost the bet, dude.
Are you
We
some
lost the
kind?
bet. We couldn't go one up without doing a British accent.
Are you some kind of fucking dumbass idiot? This steak looks like a not. It's bad. What about that?
And there's just that dead air on the reality. Like it's just like he's just bombing.
Yeah, they're doing exactly
Yeah.
what you're doing to me.
He's like, he's bad at insulting, but then when someone's just like, hey, I think I think your taste is off. You don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, what did you say that about me?
That's funny. Like Gordon Ramsay, but he can't take it. He can dish it.
He can't dish it or take it.
Or you can. It's
Why
Gordon
would you
Ramsay.
say that?
It's Gordon Ramsay, but you can change his mind on it. You're like you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you daft asshole. And then you're like,
like,
well,
I
actually, I used cloves. And he's like, oh, it's actually like a really good idea that you did that.
taste it now that you said it.
What about Gordon? What about Gordon John Benet Ramsay? And
Okay, let's go.
he's like,
He's
are
in
you
child
trying
pageants.
to kill me? Yeah.
He's in child pageants with a bunch of little
You
girls.
dumb
and
oaf.
fucking makeup
Are
on.
you my dad and you're trying to kill me and then get away with it?
He's like spinning plates. He's saying that at the pageant.
You oaf. I don't know.
That was not worth losing the bet over. I'm sorry.
What about this?
I mean, we already lost the bet. We might as well just keep going with it. Grant's brother texted him and was like, I bet you guys can't do, I can't
can't go
not
a
do a
whole
British
episode.
or French accent for
Well, it
one
sucks.
episode.
It sucks not being able to do it. And I'll say it. I'll say it. It was wrong of your brother to challenge us to
Look,
that. Because
your
it's
bro-
the whole time, all I was thinking was we could be doing an accent right now. We could be
Your
doing a
brother-
French or a
here's
British
the thing,
accent.
we
or
get,
Chinese?
here's the thing. We get like 6 accents
Yeah.
to do, and we're pretty bad, but in our
Yeah, we're not
own
good at
way,
any of them.
We're not good at anyone, but in our own way, we're good at the British and French in our own bad way. You know.
And I want to count French as 2 because it's the Chinese accent.
Right.
British was Chinese. Or French?
No, because remember I was doing the French accent at my restaurant,
Oh,
and someone
yeah,
thought it was a
okay.
Chinese accent, and then now it's our French accent.
And actually, I think Italian also counts as.
I'll say this.
Italian.
I've never once thought of the French as Chinese.
Yeah. Well, I think there's
there's a firm-
audio evidence from this podcast that would
In my
disprove you.
brain, there's a firm distinction between the French,
French
and
and
the
the
Chinese.
Chinese, yes.
There's
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 a
not a
couple-
lot of crossover. Maybe if you have a Chinese guy who lives in France or a French guy who lives in China
That's the only situation, according to you. Sorry.
that I could think of. But what about this? Okay, so you're filling out a form, and then it has all these selections. It's like, what ethnicity are you? And everything's like a Caucasian, black non-Hispanic, Asian non-Hispanic. Everything's like non-Hispanic, and then it's like at the bottom like Hispanic, But you guys ever get tempted to just push like Asian non-Hispanic, Like you're
Absolutely.
like, I mean, don't get me
Especially-
wrong, I'm Chinese, but I'm not like one of those
100%,
Mexican
especially-
Chinese guys.
Especially if it's something that like low. If it's like low stakes. You
Yeah.
know? I remember
Like the
filling out.
census.
yeah.
Yeah, like the census. But I remember filling out. I was snowboarding when I was in middle school, and they gave us like a little waiver to sign to snowboard on the hill. I think I was getting
Yeah.
like an all-day pass or whatever. You had to sign a little waiver, and then it was the first time in my life where I got the form where I was like, "What ethnicity are you?" And I was like, it's very close to just throwing down a Hispanic.
Yeah.
I was like in 6th grade. I was like, this is the time to do it.
It's
you
so
know?
tempting because also like I think we're all on record. Me probably most of all saying stolen valor is like a very fun thing.
It's
to
funny,
do, and I kind of view it the same way. is like it's
that's
a
why-
little bit iffier, but stealing valor of like
Every
races
job,
and stuff,
every
you
job
know?
I've ever applied for, I've said I'm a veteran.
Yes, it's awesome, but I think we should take that one step further. I guess we're stealing gay valor by saying the pod is gay a little bit, but I'm like I said, we're not going back because I'm in support of it. Like I believe I was pitching stealing black valor and just having a medical
Yeah, that was definitely
bracelet
you.
that said it's a medical alert bracelet. Normally it says what you're allergic to, but mine just says that I'm a black man.
So bad.
Just so people know that.
Okay, but hold on. I'm mulling this over in my head. I'm like, okay, should I, what should I do here? And then I'm at work. I'm at UPS. I'm like talking to the guys there, and I'm like, you guys, not what even is that Asian non-Hispanic? And then like out of the shadows, like one of my coworkers, like comes out and he's like smoking a cigarette. He's like, he blows the cigarette and he's like, that's Filipinos, and I'm like, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that there was an Asian Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you learn a new thing about race every single day.
That's
every day at UPS.
2021, baby. That's what we're all about.
And that's what I'm
2021,
trying to
we're
learn.
educating ourselves. We're learning, and we're growing as a pod, and we're being better, and we're gonna walk back anything we say.
I'm so
and I will get rid of
confused.
that bracelet if people write in and say that that's offensive.
I think
Yeah.
you should just get rid of it ahead
I
of
mean,
time.
I'm not wearing it now because I don't want to be caught on camera wearing that bracelet. But I will say this, wrapping up the UPS talk, I gave Ryan the symbolic gift for Christmas this year. I don't know if we talked about this on the pod, but Ryan had been going through quite the ordeal trying to get a UPS truck named after him because apparently that's a thing that happens.
It's a thing of honor.
So I gave Ryan for the We Cool podcast in the NBC studios the USS Ryan Call UPS truck. So your
It's a
dreams
beautiful
can come
gift.
true. That's what we're doing over here at the We Cool podcast. We're making fucking dreams come true.
And I would just like to say quickly,
Congratulations, by
thank
the
you.
way, on the truck.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you for doing that. I would just like to say to all the rat bastards who work at UPS, you know what you took away from me and what you promised me, and shame on you. Shame on every single one of you for not giving me a truck name.
I agree. Leaving it up to me to
Yeah.
carry
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah. And also,
Wait, was that so hard?
And also,
UPS?
shame
No.
on you bastards for making me work 60 hours. I only got $1,000, and then the next week I worked 45 hours and I got $850. How does that work? Huh?
Okay.
When I'm getting paid $29 an hour.
Ryan is
Doesn't
not
make
a
any
numbers
sense.
guy. See, I talk to the numbers. I understand these things. But for the listener, I didn't give Ryan an actual UPS truck. There isn't a UPS truck in the studio right now that we're passing back and forth. It's a drawing that I
Yeah.
made.
Remember when
of
we
a
did the
UPS
live
truck.
show and then we tried to figure out how to split the Venmo costs and it took us like a full 10
Oh my
hours.
God.
It took us like a whole week.
It took us
Yeah.
a whole week between to figure
And
out.
I think it was still wrong.
For sure.
Still wrong.
I think I got more money than you guys. Well, here's the thing: that's what's nice about having friends who are bad at math, and also
you can take advantage of them.
because I'm bad at math too. So I'm just like in my head, I'm like, I think I'm making more money than them, but it's they're
Who can tell?
But I don't
Leads-
know.
That
So-
evens itself out.
yeah. Morally, I did nothing wrong
Yeah.
Yes.
because I'm so stupid.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the listener apology. So thank you all for writing in anonymous listener apologies and demanding them online. That is very gracious of you. We depend on that. So if you want to submit or demand your own anonymous apology, send it to grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast. And here we go.
Or you could create
yeah.
a website for me, Ryan Call, comedy.com/grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast, and submit it there
And remember to go to Daniel Williams for your website building
if you
needs, of
choose to
course.
do so.
Dude, Daniel Williams has been posting his formatting of his Facebook post look like Trump post.
I know,
Yeah.
they're great.
It's like a lot of capitals in the beginning, ends with big
He's
capital.
been studying Trump's tweets, and
closing
he's
statements at the end, and I'm like, this is almost like a Trump parody account.
He's also just taking huge swings.
It's
which
beautiful.
You love
Dude,
to see
I think
it.
we gassed him up too much earlier, and we dude, we respect you kind of going for it. And then I think he's just
We shouldn't have done that. Do you
yeah,
think we
he-
created a
here's
one.
monster?
Here's one from 2 days ago. Doja Cat is who Tinashe should have been. Such a waste of potential. I mean, I don't even understand that. Not only am I against snitching, I take it a step further and log on to Citizen app and give bad information to hinder current police investigations.
Okay, that's awesome.
Medium build 20-year-old seen with knife heading south. No, it was a 60-year-old Russian lady with an eye patch heading east.
Okay, that's really
That's
funny.
okay. So Daniel
He still
is
rocks.
not posting cringe.
I take it back. The king's still the king.
Did I tell you guys I got a Roomba?
You got
I
a
got a
Roomba?
fucking Roomba, dude.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like having a dog.
Dude, look at you, man. You're watching the cooking show. You got a Roomba. You're
I'm
having
playing a
do-
game that's so fucking complicated. Every YouTube tutorial about how to play the game
Dude,
is
you're
2
gonna have a
hours
kid
long.
soon, man.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
Ryan
gonna
is
have a
straight up
kid.
domesticated. Ryan went trad-cath for the fucking.
I don't know what that even is.
It means
Dude, Ryan
traditional
went-
Catholic.
Ryan went
I'm
You're-
a Puritan.
You're starting a nuclear
I think I'm
home.
Lutheran.
Bro, in one year, Ryan went from eating like literally like Whopper, like angry Whoppers for I think it was 2 months straight. He ate angry Whoppers for.
Every single, I think every day they had the Angry Whopper. I ate it.
I mean, dude, I was so worried
It's-
about him because
I'll say this though: if it comes back, I'm probably gonna do it again.
That
because
reminds
It's a
Ryan
good
would come
burger.
up- he'd come up right up to my face outside smoking a cigarette and be like,
You can
dude,
smell
he'd be
the
like, he'd
angry
be like,
Whopper on his
dude, I
breath.
only had angry Whoppers today, dude. And I'd be like, dude, you stink. You got to get out of my face.
Grant.
I do
Okay,
miss
speaking of
those
that-
nights at CCU of Shelly, or is that what you're gonna?
Well,
bring
I was
up?
just gonna say, what about this? After the pod, you and me, we go to the gas station, we get a pack of cigarettes,
Okay.
and we each have one,
Hell yeah.
and then we just leave it in the studio.
No way I'm doing that.
Why not?
Because
we can
I
have
quit
one
smoking.
cigarette.
No,
I
Grant
can't.
read that
I
book
can't.
on how to quit. Okay,
Yeah,
this
he's a
dude,
fucking-
And it changed my brain, dude. Here's the thing.
One cigarette, Grant.
No, of course I could. Yeah, and I
Come on,
I
let's do
regret
it.
bringing
I'm
up
such
the
a
book.
bad-
Every single
I'm
time I
such a-
bring up that book, Grant is just like, here's the thing about the book, dude.
It changes your brain, dude. But you also have to. You can't not buy into it. So I can't not do that, Tommy. It's Alan Carr's easy way to quit smoking. If you are trying to quit smoking, buy that fucking book. It worked.
All right.
Cracking
Anyways,
that damn
I
cigarette.
just,
yeah.
I'm just nostalgic for the most toxic, unhealthy Ryan.
Oh, me too, man.
And one of
Me
the most
too.
crazy humans to ever exist. Now that he's a suburban living, Roomba having,
Pesto cooking,
pesto
fucking-
cooking, Cooking Network watching guy.
Yeah. Barefoot Contessa.
Did I
ass
send you guys
bitch, dude.
the steak sandwiches I made the other night? Dude,
Dude,
ciabatta bread,
do not
steak.
send me those text sandwiches.
Okay,
Don't.
okay,
I can't
hold
hear
on, though.
about this
so
right
good,
now.
so good.
Shelly, friend of the podcast, Shelly Paul, sent us a picture from like almost exactly a year ago, and it's me and Ryan standing outside. This is exactly how this podcast is and goes, and like it's a symbol for the podcast. It's me and Ryan standing outside Comedy Corner Underground, both smoking cigs, drinking beers, and we are dressed absolutely identically. Like we are the same person. It's like we have tan pants,
Yeah.
gray sweatshirt, fucking gray overcoat, and it's like this is what podcasting is all about.
Yeah,
just
and then
getting
I
together
show
with your
up-
boys. Yeah,
And then I show up in like wool pants, and you guys are like, "What the fuck are
Yeah.
you wearing, you piece?" And I'm like,
God,
just
dude, I
dunk
do-
on you for like 3 minutes.
I
and
do
then
miss
it's
just roasting Tommy for wearing a pair of
and
pants.
then we all light up cigs and eat angry Whoppers and
Bro, I'd
fucking.
wear like some pants and like I don't
be
even
like tan
know.
pants. I just be like, what the fuck
You're
is
like,
wrong
what the
with
fuck
you?
is this? And I'm like, they're just pants, man.
what are you a train conductor?
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
I would just get obliterated at Comedy Corner, man. Those
But
were
it
the
was
days.
fun. We were having fun. We'll
Yeah,
be
man.
back. We'll be back at it soon.
I don't
I
think
do.
I will.
I do think we will. I think I'm.
I think
2021
stand-up's
prediction.
over, man.
No way. 2021 prediction. Stand-up comedy is back in April.
I think the
call
bubble
on it.
popped and that
Dude, no way.
Netflix kind of ruined it with just having like every comedy special is like a white woman who's doing something sexy.
But it's established.
Dude, what about this? What if I move back to
Maybe
Minneapolis
cut
for like
that.
Well, you're just talking about Nanette. So
what if I move back to Minneapolis for like a couple months? Like if it comes back to just like get my chops back. You know what I mean?
You should just move back to Minneapolis in general.
I mean, I
Invite
should.
your girlfriend
but
too.
Yeah, that I mean,
convince her to drop out,
New York is great though. It is.
and we'll
like,
go to the gas station
It's
and
like
get a pack
it
of
is like the
cigs.
best city.
We'll each smoke one. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get to this anonymous apology. If you want to submit or demand your own, GrantWinklesComedy.com/WeCoolPodcast, or hit up
Right. You can
Daniel
create.
Williams.
Well, you can
Create
create
a
a
website.
website.
Ryan
Call
Call
Ryan,
comedy.com
create the website call dot com.
Go to
RyanCreateTheWebsite.com.
That'll redirect you to Daniel Williams'
Ryan-
website. And then hit him up. Send him an email.
Angelfire.
We'll forward it to Daniel. Okay. One time in Dinkytown, neighborhood in Minneapolis. One time in Dinkytown, some bro tried to fight me for standing too close to his car. I was nowhere near his car, and I got real upset about it and found a Burger King cup, shit in it, and put the turd under his windshield wiper.
Wow. Can we do a pause?
That's basically it. There's one more sentence. It says,
Sorry.
I don't actually feel bad about this. Fuck that guy.
Wow. We have some intense listeners. Every single time an apology or some shit gets written in, I'm like, these are psychos.
Yeah.
We've
set the stage for them to do this.
First question I have, and I want you guys to, how quick do you think this guy shit in this cup?
Well, what did you wipe with, too?
Like how do you think this? Here's the thing. Sometimes I'm uncomfortable.
Might not be
pooping
a
in
guy,
public
by the
stall.
way.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm in a public bathroom and I'm like, I don't know, not ideal situation or circumstances, but we got to make it work. It is what it is, and and you do your stuff. But like this guy probably did this in between some cars. Like what?
Yeah,
how quick?
or in
How
an
quick did this
alley.
ordeal
Very
happen?
bold. Very bold. I'll say this: I've never been able to shit
Okay.
Yeah.
ever.
If we're speculating, you never.
No.
Not once.
Nope.
Wow, man. You're just
Just
like
keep it-
you're just like my girlfriend.
No, let's
and
just
every
leave it.
Girlfriend. I've
Yeah,
ever
you're just
had.
like every
Keep
girl
around.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm beautiful.
I think if I'm if I'm gonna put my speculation cap on,
Yeah. Put it.
It's
Wait. Put it on real quick.
Wait,
You gotta
it's
tighten
got
it.
screws.
I got
Yeah, he has to tighten
up,
it.
Yeah.
And the screws
Look at
go
it.
into
It's
his
a screw.
head.
Yeah.
It's a screw cap.
It's connected
Yeah.
to the wall. See here, there's
Yeah.
there's two men
Oh, I see those guys.
behind
Hey,
the
what's
wall.
up, boys?
Yeah.
To its
Hello, I am here. I'm
Yeah,
Italian.
I screwed the cap on his head and I put the nails in his brain so he can think of the bed.
Don't worry about the way I sound. I'm definitely
You can think a
Italian.
little better when I screw the cap in.
I'm still Italian, even though I talk like this.
He wear the speculation cap when he think when he speculate.
And I have
gotta
to screw it into his skull.
This is
That was a good bit.
spending time in Dinkytown. There was you would drink, you would go out on the street, maybe get some food, maybe go to a bar, go back to the house, drink more,
Scream
smoke
at
cigs,
Tommy
hang
for
out.
stealing.
Maybe go scream at Tommy. Maybe knock your friend's McChicken out of his hand. Tons of stuff we've established Dinkytown is for.
Yeah.
You steal bottles out of bars when you're underage. So I think this could go either way. This happens, the guy goes into a bar, you immediately shit in the cup, put it under the windshield wiper. Or this happens when you're on your way back from the liquor store
I'll say
with
this-
your friends. You get mad, you drink for 4 or 5 hours, diarrhea into that fucking Burger King cup because it's at the apartment you're at, and then you're taking it back out because you're blacked out now and you're putting it under the guy's car if it's still there.
I'll say this real
Was it
quick.
under the car?
It was that would
In the
kind of-
windshield.
yeah, it was under the windshield wiper. Which, if you did it under the car, that would kind of defeat the purpose. I
Yeah.
think.
I'll say this real quick. This person is turning Dinkytown into Stinky Town. Hell yeah, dog.
Damn, I wish I could
did
tap
it.
you up so bad.
And
right
that's
now,
the
bro.
that's the clip, folks. That's what you're gonna be seeing for
Hey,
the
let's do a
preview for
cheers.
this
Let's
episode.
do a
Happy
cheers
New
for
Year.
that one, you guys.
Cheers,
New Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year's
2021.
2021.
We're here, baby.
That's
We
Cheers.
Cool Podcast.
that's for all the haters who
Best
said we were
gay
going to die of
podcast in
coronavirus
2021,
because
boys.
of this podcast.
GrantWinklesComedy.com/WeCoolPodcast or RyanCallComedy.com/WeCoolPodcast. Submit an anonymous
/
apology.
Daniel Williams Facebook, boys. Man, that was a good one.
Thank you.
Wow.
We'll be seeing you on the moon, where they faked the fucking moon landing.
Yep.
Right at that spot where they faked the moon landing. I mean, this is another one of those classic apologies where people actually don't apologize for what they're saying, and honestly, no bigger respect than this type of apology. Because
We never
it's like-
said that they had to actually
Well,
apologize. you
yeah,
know?
and this is like the person who basically stripped all the paint off that grand piano, and they were like, "Fuck that! I'm never gonna own up to it." It's like, I gotta say, I respect this move because let's just go through. It's short. One time in Dinkytown, some bro tried to fight me for standing too close to his car. Not I'm not going to react well if that happens to me. I was nowhere near his car. Also,
Well,
and
then
just,
also like the
boom,
bro
straight from 0 to 10. Like
for the bro to just like then leave the car too, and then just clearly this person's probably still in the vicinity of the car.
yeah. You know who I'm
on the bro.
picturing? You know who I'm picturing is the bro in the car, is the older
David
brother.
Citrick,
Exactly. No,
just gangly and
it's the older brother from Stranger Things, the mullet guy from
Oh,
Stranger
okay,
Things.
yeah.
And then
Stevie. Is that his name? He looks like a Stevie.
Yeah.
Another
Kinda,
question:
right?
there's not a Burger King
Go ahead.
near Dinkytown.
I was thinking that there's one in Stadium Village.
So
They went to
someone-
like Eden
no,
Prairie.
There's not one in Stadium Village. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
there is. Mhm.
There is.
Right by Value Liquors. It's in that same parking lot right there.
Sorry, I didn't.
This is for a very small amount of listeners right here. We're
This
talking.
isn't even for me. I don't
Yeah,
even
no.
know what you guys are talking
This is
about.
for Caroline. What's
So it
up?
di- so-
Right in. There is a Burger
I
King.
don't even know if she
in-
listens anymore.
She would.
She said she was telling her parents about the pod.
This
and
is
I
a
was like,
Burger
"Please
King
don't do
heavy.
that.
This is a Burger King heavy episode.
Yeah.
It is a BK. Hey,
Which we've had in the
do
past.
what you love.
Which-
That's the new BK.
Which
slogan.
also, you couldn't put an NSYNC album in a Burger King kids meal.
No.
It's-
Do what you love. What about that for a new BK slogan? Instead of have it your way, do
Dude.
what you love.
That's a fucking awesome slogan.
Do what you love.
That is.
Do what you love. No restrictions. No limits. No limits
laws.
to
I mean,
what you
that's
like.
basically-
Hey, this is me.
Burger King legalize all drugs.
Hey, legalize the angry Whopper. This is Burger King. This is a Burger King talking to you, the consumer.
Hey, it's me, the Burger King.
Do you guys think
Do
it's as
whatever you
funny-
want.
I'm
No
sorry.
limits.
Do you guys think it's as funny as how, like, as much as I think it's funny that Ryan ate an angry Whopper for months,
Oh no, it's hilarious. In hindsight, it's hilarious.
for months on end, and
Literally-
like,
But you're saying in hindsight it's hilarious. In the
but
moment,
while it
you're
was going on,
100%
No,
serious.
in the
I'd be
moment,
crying laughing.
this is
You
just
fucking
in the
nuts.
come to
moment.
sorry, hold on. He'd come
You're
to
like,
the corner
what
bar.
else would I do?
He'd come to the corner bar. We'd be going on stage. He'd be telling me how many angry Whoppers he left. I'd be
And how sick he is.
and how sick he is, how he feels shit all the time. And he's like, "Hey, let's have a cigarette." And I'm peeing my pants laughing
Tommy,
at just
You
how
just glitched,
disgusting.
right?
sorry. Yeah, I'll say this in hindsight, it's very funny, and at the time though, it's just the way I lived my life, you know. And I was very serious about the way I lived my life.
Exactly, Ryan.
I would wake up at 2 p.m. I would go get one angry Whopper, and then I would go get high, smoke weed, and then I would at like 6 p.m. go get another angry Whopper,
I love.
and then I would go do a gig.
You
Bro, what
said
were your-
it was very serious how you were living your life.
Yeah.
You're just doing. You're a comedian.
Yeah.
And you're going through all these ridiculous.
my
actions
process,
Just
yeah.
joylessly.
Yeah.
Joylessly, very seriously, with intent. Just like.
Yeah, pounding my head
Like
against
a
the steering
military
wheel.
schedule.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's 1300. I gotta go get a Whopper. I gotta
Yeah,
go get
and
my
then I remember
spicy
like at
Whopper.
the end of the night, like we'd finish our sets, and Ryan's like, "Well, I gotta go to Burger King before it closes."
I would try to get 3 in a day.
I feel like,
Fuck.
dude, you
But
gotta.
yeah,
Dude,
I
you
do
know what would be
remember.
good though? Angry Whopper with an egg cracked on it for breakfast.
You don't even
Fried
need
egg.
the egg. No. You don't even need the egg. You're messing with perfection.
See, now
my
I'm getting a
friend.
glimpse into this.
You're messing with
militaristic-
perfection. And I'll say it again. If the Angry Whopper comes back, will I have it every single meal? No. But I'm probably going to have it like 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay, all right. Doesn't Dairy Queen also have some version of the Angry
You
Whopper?
can't trust Dairy Queen meat.
That
They're
A
not
guy
called.
like this-
they're not called Meat Queen for a reason, you know.
Dude,
Welcome to Meat Queen.
I think
we got popsicles.
that's basically Arby's, is what.
low key. I think
I
Ryan should
suppose so.
apologize to you and me, Grant, for making us go to Applebee's that one night when we were like, "Dude, we just want to go to Minneapolis, get one more set in."
Oh yeah, and he convinced us to.
And he's like, "We're going to Applebee's," and we're like, "We don't want that to happen."
Was that with Ruth?
No, that wasn't with.
no,
Ruth.
that was a different time.
Oh.
That was. But
Oh.
oh yeah, Ryan, why don't you apologize for
I'll
that?
apologize to Ruth because Ruth had a bad Fiesta Lime chicken, and even though it wasn't my fault, Ruth, I'm sorry that you had a bad.
That
Fiesta
was
Lime.
we could also say that lady who was sitting down the bar from us has to apologize. She was being she was yelling racism. I think
yeah, I forgot
into
about that.
into an empty Applebee's, and we were just listening, being like,
But that's
Sick.
in her defense. It's the only place in America
that you
One
can,
of the only
yeah.
places where you can just legally yell racism and hate speech. It's an empty
But you
Applebee's.
have to be at the bar. You have to be at the bar at Applebee's.
Yeah, it's
to
the
do
one space where hate speech is just completely cleared.
You
When
can't,
you're
you
here-
can't give somebody $17 margaritas and then expect them to sit there silently.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly. You can't give
When
like
you're
white
here-
trash people expensive liquor and expect them to keep their mouth shut. No, they're gonna run their mouth a little bit.
Not gonna.
When you're here, your family, it's Thanksgiving, and not only are you family, but you're my Uncle Richard. Applebee's.
Spends every single goddamn Thanksgiving at
Hey,
Applebee's.
Fiesta Line Chicken.
Ryan, don't refuse to apologize to us for.
I'll apologize. I apologize.
That was
to
one
Ruth.
less set that we were.
Yeah,
we were
at
polishing.
Eric the Red.
Yeah.
I'm
It
sorry I
wasn't-
deprived
it
you guys
wasn't-
of the worst open mic in
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
He was like, "You're gonna." We all had good sets. He's like, "You're gonna go down there and you're gonna bomb
was
your
right.
fucking tits off."
You are- you-
and
you were
This
right.
Applebee's experience will be better. And
We
I
had a
think
good
we,
time
like,
at
got
that
shots
Applebee's,
there
too.
and stuff.
also, I
Yeah.
think Clay was with us too.
No, he
That-
wasn't with us.
That was a different time. That was a different time.
Dude,
when
how
we
many
went with
times
Clay
did we
and
go to
Kate.
fucking
Dude, so many times.
because you bring
like,
everybody to Applebee's as much
after,
as you can.
not
God, I
even
do
after
miss
gigs.
Applebee's.
It's just
Maybe I can. There's probably time I can get.
Like, guys sneaking a little Applebee's.
Here's what's fucked
Sneaking
up.
a
After
little
this, you
bees.
know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
you
go
gonna
get
do?
a vape. I'm gonna vape until it's done, and then I'm gonna probably go to Applebee's or Burger King.
What's up, King? Are you're falling off the wagon right now? Like you gotta.
just-
you gotta
Oh, did I
smoke?
tell you guys I bought a
I don't
pipe?
have any Nicorette. Yeah, you told me.
What?
I called. I
No?
called Tommy. You
Dude,
weren't
I
on
went to
call?
this fucking
Oh, my
old
phone kept.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I went to this old
I was on that call for like 1 minute.
I went to this old tobacco store in the financial district in Manhattan, and it's been open since like like 1905.
1802.
Yeah, like 1902, literally like 1902. And I go in there, it's completely empty. There's like one woman, one guy there. Everything's super expensive, a lot of leather. And I was like, hey man, I just don't want to smoke cigarettes. Do you have something kind of cheap? And she's like, well, everything here's really expensive. And I was like, you know what? I'm already here, so that's fine. And I bought like a $50 pipe, which is their cheapest one, like hand carved, some nice tobacco. And it's the greatest thing ever, I will say.
Nice.
And like I can go there in their little lounge that they have and smoke when I want to. So
Yeah,
That
you were
is fucking awesome.
it's a good indoor hang too in New York in the winter as well. Like no one's in this lounge. It's like weird. It's like dark. It's like a
Guys.
leather and like I can have like a little whiskey and then
Tommy.
read my book and smoke my pipe. And I
That-
can and trust me, I'm a huge piece of shit for doing this because the whole aesthetic is stupid, but it's so great. So yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Thanks,
just
dude.
still just laying bricks on the patriarchy to keep it alive, Tommy. Thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm trying to get in these clubs, these high class societies.
Yeah,
I'm trying to navigate my way, talk myself into them, like in Will Smith in the movie 7 Degrees or 6 Degrees Apart or whatever the movie's called. So yeah,
Okay, I know we're running up against the clock right now, but I will say this: we just had in real time an anonymous. I can't say that word. An anonymous apology come in, and I say we just fucking read it.
let's let it rip.
right now. It
This is
just
a
came
long
in.
one. If we go a little long, that's fine.
This is literally an hour 7.
We're good. We'll
It
end
just
on
feels
this.
long.
We'll end on this.
yeah, it's fine because we haven't spoken.
We haven't been in the studio.
We haven't
for
been in the
3
studio
weeks.
in 3 weeks, so it's fine.
And listen, if you're listening to this, we know we got to get our shit together. Okay, working on it. Okay, we're gonna come back.
It can only go up from here.
Listen, you got to keep listening.
Keep
every
listening,
single
we're
week,
gonna
though,
get better.
Because here's the thing, Grant's looking at these numbers, and these numbers are saying it ain't good.
They're saying, you know what they're saying? They're saying, shh.
Grant told me a couple
And
weeks.
I want those numbers to be saying, tell me more.
I thought those numbers were saying beep. And if that happens, I'll kill myself. You're dead. I'm not gonna listen.
Kill myself in both of my podcasts.
We've been talking about how Grant's been looking at the numbers the whole episode, and have like not once have we said what the numbers were. We're just like, look, Grant's looking
No,
at the
I mean,
numbers.
we
It's
wouldn't
bad.
say
It's
that.
bad. We don't tell you when the numbers are bad. You
I
don't
mean,
tell
we're
the
down-
you don't tell the shareholders what
Yeah,
they are.
no.
You just go.
All I'll say is that we're down from 7 digits to 6. So
And I'll say this to the listeners: you, in a lot of ways, you're
It's
like
your
the-
fault.
Well, no, you're the shareholders of this
say it.
podcast.
Yeah,
So
actually, yeah.
so you've already invested your time, which is time is money. So you've invested your money in our podcast. make more sense for you to tell more people about the podcast so that you get a return on your investment, which is more time.
Here's an idea, and we are
This is
going to
a
get to this
timeshare.
anonymous apology. If you don't have a New Year's resolution yet and you're listening to this right now, here's a New Year's resolution. And people normally give up on them within 2 weeks. So in the next 2
Stop
weeks...
your best friend from killing himself.
No, fuck that. Tell him to subscribe to the podcast. And then he won't kill himself. We'll stop him because we do the dirty work.
Because
for you.
if you're someone's best friend and you just started listening to this podcast because they told you to not to kill yourself, guess what?
Hang on, buddy.
We believe in you.
Hang on.
And Rachel will text you back one day.
She will. Yes, she will. And you know what?
You might not like the answer, but she's going to text you
She
back.
will. And there's other fish in the sea, buddy.
And we love you.
If we should honestly buy up like the suicide hotline domain name, phone number, just so it goes straight to subscribe to We Cool Podcast.
Hold on. What if we buy the hotline number and it goes to a live stream of just every single one of our podcasts
I have a better
played
idea.
on a loop?
I have a better idea.
That's a good idea. Oh,
Okay,
go ahead.
Tommy's coming in with a better idea.
I have a better idea. I'm sorry, Ryan. You have a lot of
Bold,
great ideas.
very bold, because that was a pretty good idea I just had, Tommy.
Okay.
It was.
We
It's better be
call the
fucking
number.
good.
Okay. We call the Who's Suicide Hotline and we go, if you don't give us the
No,
rights to this
no,
number, we're going to
no.
kill ourselves. And then they're going to have to give us the rights to the number. Otherwise,
That
we'll kill
feels more
ourselves.
manipulative.
Those.
I'm not saying it's
ideas-
not manipulative. I'm
All
just
three
saying.
of our ideas work in tandem perfect.
Patreon.com/RyanCallComedy.com/GrantWinklesComedy.com/Grant / We Cool Podcast.com. Hit up Daniel Winkles to Daniel Williams.
Coming to the
Daniel-
stage is Daniel Winkles.
Yo, what up?
It's me doing Daniel.
Hey, yo.
Okay, not good. No,
You
let's
should
not
do
that.
Daniel.
Yo, what up?
Okay.
What's a
on
Grant?
to
What's a
this
Grant
and that.
bit? What's a Grant classic bit? Yo, what up?
You're talking
You
about how
heard
you're
of
black?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
That's actually your classic bit.
That
Here
is
we
a
go.
good bit.
Let's do it. Let's get to this one that came in. After quarantining alone for much of the summer and fall, I recently started going to a local bouldering gym. I felt like the amount of space would make it easier to social distance, and I was in bad need of some exercise.
Hold on. What's a bouldering gym?
It's rock climbing, but with
it's like
no
a
ropes.
climbing gym.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Anyways, I've been going for several months now, and I've grown to really enjoy it. I even made some new friends at the gym, and we spot each other when we climb. This was somewhat exciting to me since I haven't really made any new friends since the start of COVID. To coordinate our climbing sessions, we started a group text conversation, and like any group chat, it's mostly us goofing around and talking about random bullshit. At one point, we were joking about COVID and how people say it came from a bat, and I wanted to contribute, so I posted the following joke. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Why do bats get so many viruses? Because they're bug chasers.
Is that like a gay term, right?
Yeah, it's
Like
a
in the
gay
gay
guy
community?
who's trying to
Who's-
get HIV.
Or no, not trying.
Oh,
but like,
what?
No.
No, but
Yeah.
No,
fuck
it's a
people
gay
with-
guy who likes to play with
What?
the thrill of having sex with a guy who has HIV. So that guy
is that
would
what
be called
this
a
person
bug.
is getting at, though? Is that what this
No.
person is referencing?
Yeah, that's what bug chaser
That's what the
is, yeah.
punchline is. They're bug chasers.
Oh.
It's like it's just comparing the two terms.
Hold on.
It's a fun street joke.
So I posted the following joke. We just heard it.
Yeah.
Why do bats get so many viruses? because they're bug chasers. No one responded. It's been 2 days. It was a bad joke. I'm sorry. Josie, Brandon, Tiffany. I just wanted to go back to how it used to be.
Oh, brutal.
Just bombing in the group chat.
Just bombing in the
which is
group
not
chat.
a good feeling. I mean,
I've never felt
I have
that,
to
but I
assume,
can
none of
imagine,
us have
yeah.
ever done it.
No,
But-
oh my god, yeah, that's a brutal bomb.
You went
I'd
for
say
it.
I'd say you pull a Ken Jennings on this one and just copy paste his apology. Right?
No, but here's the thing: you can't double message the group chat
No,
and then
no,
be like,
just-
because
just
honestly,
move on.
here's
Just move past
honestly,
it.
there's
Go
probably
bouldering
another.
again.
There's probably already another group chat without this person in it.
Yeah, where they were like, "What the fuck?"
Here's a good rule.
But probably you go bouldering again, move past it. It won't. It probably won't. ruin
They,
it.
Hopefully.
they'll forgive you. They will forgive you, and they'll move on. But here's a good
Don't
rule
bring
of
it up.
thumb for anybody listening: don't do street jokes unless they're with your best friends, because street jokes are inherently extremely problematic and almost always like racist, homophobic, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? That's what a street joke is. It's bad. and you don't want to do
That's why I only do sidewalk
and you
jokes.
don't want to do street jokes with strangers because there's only one of two options. They're either going to walk away and be weirded out, or two, they're going to one-up you with an even worse street joke. And that's even
that you're contractually obligated to laugh at that street joke.
Yeah, exactly.
If they,
and you're not going to like it because it's even going to be more racist or homophobic than the street joke that you told them. So stay away from street jokes unless it's your best closest confidant where it's just like, hey, I'm gonna say this like fucked up street joke, but we're on the same page of knowing that it is fucked up. So,
but that's the only rule. Otherwise, do original racist material.
yeah, dude, you gotta go off the cuff, baby.
Go like me. The medical alert bracelet type
Right,
shit.
exactly.
Come up with some new ideas.
Anything you've heard us do on the podcast legally, you can do to your friends and say, I came up with
I feel
And-
bad.
and
I
just-
feel bad for this person. I will say.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. It really sucks. And I've been there.
When you send something that you're immediately like, you read it back, and you're like, that
Yeah.
didn't translate.
You know what this reminds me of real quick? The bit I've been doing to you guys because I got this Apple Watch, and then I'll be texting the group chat, and I'll be like, Tommy sucks, sent from my Apple Watch trademark. And then I do a bit where I pretend to be texting my mom or someone else, but it's going to the group chat, and I'll go, no, Mom, I don't need to see a therapist. Whatever. Sent from my Apple Watch. Send that to
I'm
Tommy
fine with
and
my
Grant.
small penis.
Yeah, I'm fine with my small penis. In fact, I love having a small penis. If I could get it smaller, I would, but the doctor said that it can't get any smaller.
In fact, Dad says it's average. Send tweets.
Son, yeah,
This
tweet
sent
that.
from iPhone.
This tweet.
Remember when
It
I
is
was
funny that you're doing that because text messages are about the only thing that don't have a sent from Ryan Call's iPhone tag at the bottom of it.
It's pretty funny to just, from my Apple Watch. That's a good bit.
So maybe to this person, do that.
No. Yeah. So, okay, to this person, reply to the group
days
chat and
later.
just say,
2 days later.
sent from my Apple Watch.
Just to really
That's it.
flex.
That's all you need to do.
yeah, just to flex on.
And you'll
them.
get them back. Because that is funny. Trust me. I used to be a feature in North Dakota.
I think that's a really good solution.
This is rough. So thank you for sending it in.
And being vulnerable. That's
Did
vulnerable.
we? I don't think we're rusty. It has been almost a month since we recorded. So let's. That dang.
Imagine what it sounds like when I run.
Pretty rusty, huh?
Fucking Tin Man
Yeah.
over here. That was not the creaky door, man. I don't know what that was.
What?
Rust Man.
Can I hear the
That
creaky
was
door?
rusty.
Can I hear the creaky door man one more time? Okay. Hey, can I just get through this door really quick? Oh, and there's another door.
Hold on,
Can
hold
I get,
on. Let me
and there's
let me
another door.
open that
Can I
door
get through
for
that door really quick?
I'll open that door.
Oh my God! Why does this room that we're entering have so many doors? Can I get one more? Are you winning, son? You know it's that guy.
It's a classic bit.
Classic
He's
bit.
creaking open that door. So Ken Jennings, apology accepted for sure. That was probably the most solid apology
Yep.
that we've heard on the podcast so far.
Also, well, this-
go off, King. Leave up those tweets so that people can dunk on you.
Oh, dude, this kid at work got pissed at me.
Hold on.
Oh.
To the person. Keep it.
This
no,
like 4-year-old got pissed at me, dude.
To the person. What was the first apology we did? The shitting on the windshield.
Oh, yeah.
To the guy whose car. Sorry.
Stinky Town.
Sorry we got so close to your car and then put shit under the windshield wiper, which really, on reflection, it's an amazing move because the guy was already fucking
Smart
crazy
move.
about
Hopefully-
his car. And to this this group chat, sorry for the bug chaser HIV
God,
joke.
that really sucks, man. I wish you the best, my friend. And also,
New friends.
guess what? You didn't only make those friends in 2020. You also made us, Jeremy.
Dude, so this kid at work today got really pissed at me. So like this it was really funny. I think my new thing at work is trying to make like toddlers really angry because I thought it was really funny. So this mom comes in and she's like, ordering all this stuff, and then like this toddler just keeps like getting. He's like 5 or whatever. He's like close to the window, and she's like, yes, a sandwich this, a bread that, and he's like, I want chocolate chip cookies. He's like, I like chocolate chip cookies, and I'm like talking to the mom directly, and I'm like, so I'm hearing that this kid doesn't like chocolate chip cookies. And then the mom was so sick of his shit. She was like, yeah, he actually hates chocolate chip cookies. And we were just both like, all right, so that's actually no chocolate chip cookies. And this kid's like, what? No! Chocolate chip cookies. And I'm like, I heard you don't like chocolate chip cookies. And he was getting really pissed off. And I mean, like, really, like, real anger. Like, it was the first time he felt like that amount of anger.
Yeah.
And
It's a great bit.
I was a big fan of that. And also the mom was too, which I really like. We were both kind of just like, yeah, fuck your kid. Your kid sucks right now.
Tommy, so this is a perfect illustration of what to do instead of what this person did in the group chat. Come at the people on the level that you can understand, like,
Ask them if they have a toddler. If they do say, I heard your toddler doesn't like chocolate chips.
and then come at it with the original angle, baby. That's the Tommy Bear fucking
I misread
signature
that.
move.
There we go,
misread that.
baby.
I thought you were saying steal what Tommy was doing.
Oh, well, just be inspired by what Tommy's doing, like I am every day.
Thank you,
I think
King. And me and me to you as well. Salute.
And
Salute.
And to
Salute
you both.
to the kings.
And to you both. Me.
No.
I'll take it.
Ryan
I'll
the
take it.
Angry
To you,
Whopper
and to
King.
you both. And to you both. Me.
Ryan the Burger King.
And so unto you. And so may it be unto
Do
you.
whatever you want.
Well, I think
Burger
that's a nice
King.
way to wrap up this episode.
I'm the Burger King, and you can be the Burger King.
Would you be
You
my
can
Burger
also be a
Queen?
Burger King.
Would you be my Burger Queen?
All you have to do legally to be considered a Burger King is eat an Angry Whopper for an entire 2-month period, 3 meals a day, and not die. That's all you have to do. If you can do that, you'll kill me and become the new Burger King, baby. Look at me. Look in my eyes. Look directly in my eyes, YouTube listeners.
It's actually your camera.
Look
You've
at
been doing
me.
the wrong one
Look
the
at
whole
me.
episode.
You're looking at the current Burger King. You can usurp me. But first, you have to become a Burger Dutchie.
It's
And then a
just like
Burger
the Santa
Count.
Claus.
And then a Burger, the next thing. So, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
And Grant, you
Is
want
this the
to
2021 sign off?
Grant?
This
Yeah.
is our new 2021.
All of us going through.
I go, you could be a Burger King. And then I go, thank you for listening. And then Tommy goes,
Thank you for listening.
and then Grant goes,
Thank you for listening.
and then I go, what are you going to do? And that's the podcast.
That might be the podcast right there.
And that's the podcast.
Okay.
All right.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Good job.
If you like the old one, let us know. The old outro.